Right now there's a good chance you have a tiny, uninvited guest living inside you. One you've probably never even heard of, let alone invited in. It's not a monster but a bacterium called Helicobacter pylori, H. pylori for short. This spiral-shaped microbe is so small you'd need a powerful microscope just to catch a glimpse. This microscopic squatter has colonized the stomachs of about half the world's population. That means billions of people from every corner of the globe are carrying it right now. H. pylori is a master of survival, thriving in the acidic chaos of your stomach by neutralizing acid and burrowing into the protective mucus lining. It's like a tiny survivalist, expertly dodging your body's defenses. For most, it's harmless and goes unnoticed for years. You could live your whole life without ever realizing it's there, quietly coexisting with your body. But sometimes, it stirs up trouble, causing inflammation, ulcers, and rarely increasing the risk of stomach cancer. When it does act up, the symptoms can be hard to ignore. You could have it and never know, or it could suddenly make eating a misery. Stomach pain, nausea, and loss of appetite can all be signs that this guest is misbehaving. It spreads quietly, often in childhood, and can stick around for life unless treated. Simple acts like sharing food or not washing hands can pass it along without anyone realizing. We're walking ecosystems, and H. pylori is one of our most common tenants. It's a reminder that our bodies are home to countless invisible life forms. Why care? Because when it acts up, it can seriously disrupt your health. Ignoring it can lead to bigger problems down the line. It's the leading cause of stomach ulcers and chronic gastritis. In some cases, it can even contribute to more severe conditions if left unchecked. Understanding H. pylori isn't about fear, it's about being informed and ready to act if this guest overstays its welcome. Knowledge is your best defense. Know what's happening inside your body so you can keep this squatter in check, or evict it if needed. After all, your gut should be a place where you call the shots. Meet Sarah, a healthy, active teacher who started experiencing vague stomach symptoms. Burning aches, early fullness, and frequent burping. At first, these signs were easy to ignore, just a faint whisper in the background of her busy life. She blamed stress and spicy food, popping antacids and moving on. Like so many of us, Sarah thought these minor discomforts were just part of daily life, nothing to worry about. But the discomfort grew. Persistent pain, bloating, nausea, and fatigue crept in. The symptoms became harder to dismiss, slowly chipping away at her energy and enthusiasm. Friends noticed her weight loss and lack of appetite, but Sarah brushed it off. She insisted she was just busy, or maybe coming down with something mild. One day, a wave of nausea hit her at work, forcing her to leave the classroom. The sudden intensity of her symptoms was impossible to ignore. That was her wake-up call. Her body was demanding attention. Alone with her thoughts, Sarah realized she could no longer pretend everything was fine. She finally saw her doctor, anxious but relieved to seek answers. Taking that first step felt daunting, but it was also empowering. Sarah described her escalating symptoms: bloating, burning, nausea, and exhaustion. She was honest about how much her life had changed, and how worried she'd become. Her story is common. Many of us ignore our body's signals, putting health last. We hope the whispers will fade, but sometimes they only grow louder. But Sarah's decision to act set her on a path to answers and recovery. She chose to listen, and that made all the difference. Sometimes it takes a roar to make us listen to the whispers. Our bodies speak quietly at first, but they always want to be heard. Don't wait for your body to shout. Pay attention to the early signs. Early action can make all the difference in your health journey. Sarah's journey shows that listening to your body can change everything. It's a lesson in self-care, courage, and hope. The next step, finding out what was really going on inside her gut, would be the beginning of a new chapter. One where Sarah finally put her health first. So, what is H. pylori? You might have heard the name before, but what does it really mean for your health? It's a spiral-shaped bacterium uniquely adapted to survive in your stomach's harsh acid. Unlike most bacteria, which can't handle the stomach's extreme environment, H. pylori has evolved to thrive where others perish. Its corkscrew shape lets it drill into the stomach's mucus lining, escaping the acid's wrath. This clever maneuver allows it to hide out, protected from both stomach acid and your body's defenses. H. pylori's secret weapon is an enzyme called urease, which turns urea into ammonia, creating a protective bubble around itself. This chemical shield neutralizes acid, making a tiny safe zone where the bacteria can survive and multiply. This force field lets it live for decades if untreated. It can quietly persist in your stomach, sometimes for a lifetime, without you even knowing it's there. But its presence triggers your immune system, causing inflammation, gastritis. Your body tries to fight back, but H. pylori is stubborn and hard to eliminate. Over time, this chronic irritation can erode the protective lining, exposing tissue to acid and leading to ulcers. These sores can cause pain, bleeding, and other serious problems if left untreated. The process is slow and sneaky. You might not notice symptoms for years. Many people carry H. pylori without ever realizing it, as the bacteria quietly does its work. In rare cases, long-term inflammation can increase the risk of stomach cancer, not from the bacteria itself, but from the environment it creates. This makes early detection and treatment especially important. H. pylori is more than a nuisance. It's a health risk that deserves attention. If you have unexplained stomach issues, it's worth talking to your doctor about testing. Its ability to hide and persist makes it a formidable foe. It's not easy to spot, and it can outsmart your body's natural defenses for years. Most people never feel a thing, but for some, the damage adds up. Symptoms can be vague, like mild discomfort, bloating, or nausea, making it easy to overlook. Understanding how it works is the first step to protecting yourself. The more you know, the better prepared you are to take action if needed. It's a tiny invader with a big impact. Even though you can't see it, its effects can be life-changing if left unchecked. Don't underestimate what's lurking in your gut. Staying informed and proactive is key to maintaining your digestive health. Knowledge is your best defense. By understanding H. pylori, you're already taking the first step toward a healthier future. When H. pylori starts causing trouble, your body sends signals, but they're easy to miss. The most common symptom? A dull burning ache in your upper abdomen, often worse when your stomach's empty. You might feel full after just a few bites, experience bloating or burp more than usual. Nausea and occasional vomiting can occur, and unexplained weight loss is a red flag. These symptoms are often mistaken for indigestion or stress. If the infection leads to a bleeding ulcer, you might notice black, tarry stools or vomit that looks like coffee grounds. These are medical emergencies. Most signs are subtle, but persistent stomach discomfort shouldn't be ignored. Your gut is trying to tell you something. Listen to your body. Don't dismiss ongoing symptoms. Early attention can prevent bigger problems. If you notice these signs, it's time to investigate. How does H. pylori infect so many people? It spreads mainly from person to person, often within families. The most common routes are oral-oral or fecal-oral, meaning it can be passed through saliva, vomit, or contaminated hands. Most people catch it as children, especially in crowded living conditions or where hygiene is lacking. Contaminated food and water are also culprits, particularly in areas with poor sanitation. Good hygiene is your best defense. Wash hands thoroughly, avoid sharing utensils, and drink safe water. You're unlikely to catch it from casual contact, but direct transfer is possible. Simple habits, like hand washing and not sharing cups, can make a big difference. Clean water and proper sanitation are crucial in preventing its spread. Protect yourself and your family with these basic precautions. Sometimes the simplest steps are the most effective. Suspect H. pylori? Doctors have clever ways to find it. The urea breath test is quick and painless. You drink a special solution, and if H. pylori is present, it releases a marker detected in your breath. The stool antigen test checks for H. pylori proteins in a stool sample, accurate and non-invasive. Both tests are reliable for diagnosis and for confirming if treatment worked. In some cases, an endoscopy is needed, using a tiny camera to look at your stomach lining and take a biopsy. This is reserved for severe symptoms or when ulcers are suspected. Most people get answers with simple, non-invasive tests. Early detection means faster relief and less damage. If you have persistent symptoms, ask your doctor about these tests. Diagnosing H. pylori is easier than ever. Don't let a hidden infection go unchecked. The right test can change everything. For Sarah, the urea breath test confirmed H. pylori was the culprit. Relief washed over her. Her symptoms had a real cause, and it was treatable. Chronic, unexplained symptoms can drain your energy and confidence. With a diagnosis, Sarah finally had a plan: antibiotics and acid-reducing medication. She followed her treatment diligently, despite some side effects. Within a week, her pain and bloating eased, and her appetite returned. After finishing her medication, a follow-up test showed the infection was gone. The transformation was dramatic. Her energy and joy returned. Sarah's story is proof that answers and treatment can restore your life. Don't normalize feeling unwell. Seek help and get tested. A simple diagnosis can lift the fog and bring you back to yourself. Sarah reclaimed her health, her hobbies, and her happiness. Her journey is a reminder. You don't have to live with chronic discomfort. Take action, and you can get your life back. Sometimes the solution is just a test away. Evicting H. pylori means a combination of medicines, usually 2 antibiotics plus a proton pump inhibitor to reduce stomach acid. This triple therapy attacks the bacteria from all sides, making it hard for them to survive. Reducing acid helps antibiotics work better and relieves symptoms. Treatment lasts 7 to 14 days, and it's crucial to finish every dose, even if you feel better. Sometimes a 4th medicine like bismuth is added for extra protection. After treatment, your doctor will retest to make sure the infection is gone. If the first round doesn't work, other antibiotic combinations are available. Communicate any side effects to your doctor and stick to the plan. Most people are cured with one course, but persistence is key. Don't stop early. Resistant bacteria are harder to treat. Follow-up is essential to ensure the invader is truly gone. You can lower your risk of H. pylori with simple habits. Wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water, especially after using the bathroom and before eating or preparing food. Drink safe, clean water, especially when traveling. Eat foods that are cooked or can be peeled. Avoid raw produce unless you're sure it's clean. Don't share cups, utensils, or toothbrushes, especially if someone in your home is infected. Good hygiene at home protects everyone. If someone is diagnosed, be extra careful to prevent spreading the infection. Listen to your body. Don't ignore persistent stomach symptoms. Early action can prevent bigger problems. See your doctor if you have ongoing discomfort or digestive issues. Getting tested is a sign of strength, not weakness. Take charge of your health. Your gut will thank you. Small steps can make a big difference in keeping your stomach happy.